I believe as members of Congress, we must hold ourselves to an even higher standard, a standard that demonstrates that we are worthy of the trust placed in us by our constituents and the American people. The disturbing accounts of sexual harassment experienced by current and former members, including one of our witnesses today, revealed that sexual harassment is a serious problem in our society, and Congress is not immune from this issue.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In recent weeks, sexual harassment and sexual violence by powerful men has come to light as never before. People have named names, and there is a renewed recognition, rightfully, of this problem and the need for change of culture that looks the other way because of who the offenders are. Whether it's Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, Bill O'Reilly, Mark Halperin, Roger Ailes, Kevin Spacey, or one of our own, it's time to say no more. I've been an intern in this body. This is about a member who is here now. I don't know who it is, but somebody who I trust told me this situation. This member asked a staffer to bring them over some materials to their residence, and the young staffer, who was a young woman, went there and was greeted with a member in a towel. It was a male, who then invited her in. At that point, he decided to expose himself. She left, and then she quit her job. She left, she found another job.
Dealing with this issue, the nation is in an uproar today over sexual assault and sexual harassment. From the studios of liberal Hollywood to the studios of Fox News, from Wall Street to Alabama, there is a tectonic shift taking place in women's unwillingness to put up with what prior generations of women were often forced to accept as business as usual. And I believe the public generally has seen enough too and wants action. In Congress, we must be leaders in changing a culture of sexual harassment and assault, not just by what we say in our legislation, but by what we do in our own workplace.
It's important to note that 2 out of 3 sexual assaults go unreported in this country, and oftentimes sexual harassment leads to sexual assault. Since I shared my own story on #MeTooCongress, I have had numerous meetings and phone calls with staff members, both present and former, women and men who have been subjected to this inexcusable and oftentimes illegal behavior. In fact, there are 2 members of Congress, Republican and Democrat, right now, who serve, who have been subject to review or not have been subject to review, but have engaged in sexual harassment. These harasser propositions such as, are you going to be a good girl, to perpetrators exposing their genitals, to victims having their private parts grabbed on the House floor. All they ask in return as staff members is to be able to work in a hostile-free work environment. They want the system fixed and the perpetrators held accountable.
We need to mandate harassment training. I strongly believe the House should require mandatory sexual harassment training for all members and employees. Recent events have demonstrated that training, while available to members of Congress and employees, is underutilized. I will also note that mandatory training in the House is not unprecedented and is already required for ethics and computer security. There are also multiple harassment trainings currently provided by different congressional support offices. It's my opinion that this committee should settle on one high-quality training product to make sure that all House employees are trained in the same manner.